start, but we'll just move forward. So what's going to happen today is we are going to have opening statements by the parties, and then we'll have a couple of witnesses. And as I indicated, we will have the jury view after several witnesses. That'll be hopefully early afternoon. And then I'll give you specific instructions about what's going to happen when we do the jury view. So anything from the state before we start?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
Well, good morning, everybody. First, let me say thank you for your attention to this case and participation during the jury selection last Friday. I know that gets a little mundane at times, and it's the kind of thing they never show in the movies because it is so dull. No offense, Judge Ramirez, but we appreciate you participating and giving some honest answers to us. And more importantly, going forward, we thank you for your dedication to this trial over the next 2 weeks. We realize fully that, you know, this takes a lot out of your personal lives, your professional lives, and we appreciate that. So what I'm about to tell you is an opening statement, which is really a framework for you just to understand the evidence. You can kind of think of it like a movie trailer, right? I'm certainly not going to detail for you every little aspect of this case, but I'm going to kind of give you a general sense of what you can expect to see, right, in the coming days of this trial. If you could put up the PowerPoint, please. I just want to share with you 2 photographs as I speak with you this morning here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Stephanie Pavlans. She is the person who is the subject of this homicide trial. She's a person you will not hear from directly in this case. This is Stephanie as she was enjoying life one day. The next photograph, please. This also is Stephanie Pavlans. And this is what the case centers on, right? How did she end up dead in the woods in the town of Delafield in 2022? That's what the case is about. How did she get like this? You're going to hear a lot of testimony, ladies and gentlemen, and the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is be patient, right? This is a pretty complex case. It's not as if I can put one witness on the stand and have him or her explain the whole thing to you and we can be done in a day, right? You can realize if we're telling you this is going to take 2 weeks, you're going to have to be a little bit patient. You're given the opportunity to take notes. If that's something you're comfortable with, I would encourage you to take notes because there's a lot. There's a lot to keep track of. Maybe you're one of these guys that can just see it and hear it once and you're good. That's fine too. But the evidence that we're going to present to you through the course of these next 2 weeks is a culmination of a lengthy investigation, okay? You're going to hear that the Stephanie sadly was discovered by a construction crew who was out working in the area on the date of September 9, 2022. And you will hear that the reason they discovered her body is because there was an overwhelming odor as they were out working in the area. And that's what drew their attention to the woods and made them go into the woods to explore. And of course, made this horrible discovery. When investigators were first at the scene, along with the medical examiner and members of her staff, they could not even tell the gender of this person because the body had been so grossly decomposed over time. Judge Ramirez had warned you on Friday, some of these details are going to be a little bit gruesome, and we do apologize for that, but it's really important for you to know. The condition of the body when they found it was decomposed largely by insect infestation, maggots, so that her entire neck and face area was pretty much gone. There's no soft tissue And I don't mean to sound flip, but her appearance was kind of similar to one of the Halloween skeletons you would see in your neighbor's yard this time of year, because there was no flesh, no soft tissue remaining. Stephanie Pavlans was 44 years old when she died. And you were going to hear a little bit of background about Stephanie, who she was. It's our understanding she grew up in Delafield. Her parents, Richard and Georgianne, longtime residents. I think they said they lived in their house more than 50 years in the city of Delafield. And she's a young woman, probably about 24, 25 years ago now. She met the defendant, Matthew Pahl, at a bowling alley. And the two became involved with each other and remained involved in each other's lives till 2022. In fact, they had a child in common. They had a daughter born to them in 2003, Layla. They had never married. Their relationship is described by friends and family as on again, off again. It was obviously a personal relationship. They'd come in and out of each other's lives. They lived together. And then Stephanie would go back and stay with her parents for a time or two, and then they get back together. In 2022, the defendant, Matthew Pahl, had an apartment right on the other side of the golf course here, just down the street from us, off of Delafield Street in the city of Waukesha. And at that same time, we will present evidence to you that he was involved in an online relationship with two women in the Philippines, women that he had met through some kind of dating website or online chat room or something of that sort. And he was deeply involved with these women. This wasn't just like every now and then he'd chat them up and say, how's it going? He would talk to them on a daily basis. He became involved in an online sexual relationship with them. He would talk to them frequently. And he began to make plans to move to the Philippines with an intention, it seemed, to be involved in a personal or sexual relationship with one or both of them. He would describe Stephanie to these people as just a coworker or an employee. This all became derailed, his plan to move to the Philippines, in about June or July of 2022, when he injured his foot in some type of accident, his foot or his ankle. And it laid him up. He was on crutches. He was in a walking cast or a boot type of thing. And he was struggling to the point where he had to rely on Stephanie more and more to help him with his daily cares, because if you ever been on crutches, you know it's not easy just to grocery shop, right? So he starts relying on Stephanie more and more. She's much more involved in his life around this time, beginning in the summer of 2022. And this derails his plans to move to the Philippines. He had been hoping to get there by the end of the summer. He also starts treatment at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on Gulf Road in the town of Delafield. Physical therapy. We talked about that on Friday. A lot of people have been there for physical therapy, right? Nothing unusual about that. But what is so significant about that is the date of August 23, 2022. That's a day you're going to hear a lot about. By the end of this trial, you'll be able to repeat it back to me, August 23 of 2022. Because that's the day we believe he killed Stephanie Pavlans in the woods just outside of Orthopedic Associates and right up against the golf course at Western Lakes. On that day, we will be able to prove to you that Mr. Pahl had an appointment at Orthopedic Associates. We will be able to prove to you that he and Stephanie left the apartment in Waukesha here, drove northbound on Delafield Street up to Grandview Boulevard, took a right, headed north up Grandview Boulevard, crossed Silvernail, where the old gas house used to be there, crossed I-94, crossed Gulf Road, and not crossed Gulf Road, got the Gulf Road, took a left. The new DMV station is up there right now. You may be familiar with that intersection. You will hear testimony that they stopped at the Quick Trip at that location, stayed there for about 20 minutes. Stephanie goes in, buys some breakfast food. Apparently they sit in the car, eat breakfast. Importantly, you will hear that they leave Quick Trip at about 9:11 a.m. and they arrive at the parking lot of Orthopedic Associates at 9:16 a.m. This will be proven by cell phone records. He arrives in the parking lot at 9:16 a.m., but he doesn't check in for his appointment until 9:34 a.m. So there's about a 16-minute gap there. He goes into his appointment. We will present records to you from the clinic. He's seen by a therapist at about 9:38 a.m. He goes back to meet with the therapist, and he's released at 10:33 a.m. The appointment is over. You will hear, based on cell phone records, that again, he goes out, well, strike that. Released at 10:33 a.m. You will hear from cell phone records that he does not leave the parking lot in the area of Orthopedic Associates until 10:53 a.m. During these two gaps, the 16-minute gap before the appointment and the 20-minute gap after the appointment, we have no idea where Mr. Pahl is or what he's doing. There's no activity on his phone. He's not moving anywhere. There's nothing that we could find that tells us what he's up to during these gaps of time. Also, on August 23 of 2022, from the time Stephanie Pavlans leaves that Quick Trip, and you'll see her drive out of the parking lot on a video, no one ever hears from her again. She doesn't talk to anybody. She's not seen by anybody. There's no video of her anywhere. She gets missed calls on her phone. She's not replying to calls. She's not responding to calls. She's not picking up her prescriptions. She's missing doctor appointments. She's gone. On September 9th of 2022 is the day the body is discovered. I just told you that. It's about 17 days between August 23 and September 9th of 2022. Well, what's Mr. Pahl doing during this time? Pretty much going on with his life. In fact, you may see some videos that you watch and you may conclude, doesn't seem to have a care in the world. He continues chatting with the women in the Philippines. He continues making his plans to go to the Philippines, saying, I'll be there by the end of the fall. I just got to finish this treatment and I'll be there. But he's also saying some curious things to these women in the Philippines. And he also starts talking to his dad. Hadn't talked to him since June. Suddenly he's talking to his dad frequently. He's traveling up to Jackson off of Highway 60 to visit with his dad. His dad's coming down to his apartment. And he's telling his dad and he's telling his girlfriends something bad happened. But I can't send it in a text message. I can't talk about it in writing. We'll have to talk about it on the phone. He says he's worried about somebody. He even tells his dad he thinks he's in some kind of trouble. He also starts doing Google searches. He's searching for Stephanie Pavlans' name in the obituaries. He's searching he's searching Google, just doing Google searches on her name. At this point, nothing had been made public about her death. There was a brief news article the day the body was found. But prior to the body even being found, he's looking up the obituaries for Stephanie Pavlans. He's Google searching her name. And he's got an app on his phone that's a police scanner. And he's checking that frequently, checking in what are the cops up to? What are the cops investigating nowadays? What kind of scene are they getting called to? All of this evidence will be presented to you. The one thing he doesn't do, the one thing Matthew Pahl does not do, ladies and gentlemen, that you will hear during this trial, is alert anybody to the fact that Stephanie is missing. He doesn't call her parents. He doesn't call the police. He doesn't ask the neighbors. He doesn't even call their own daughter. He doesn't lift one finger to alert anybody to the fact that Stephanie is gone. In fact, it's not until September 17th of 2022 that police go to his apartment with a search warrant to look for evidence. And that's the first chance they get to talk to Mr. Pahl about this. And what does he do? He lies. He lies about when he had last seen Stephanie. He lies about her whereabouts. He lies about her belongings. He lies about his own whereabouts. He lies. What he does, again, is try and cover his tracks. He tries to deflect the police and starts talking about Stephanie and her history. You see, Stephanie did have a hard life. There's no getting around it. There were times she felt hopeless. There were times she felt sad, depressed, lonely. She kept a journal. You'll hear some of these journal entries where she describes the despair that she's feeling in her life. And it will also be very clear from her journal entries that the cause of her despair and her hopelessness was the abuse that had been inflicted upon her by the defendant, Matthew Pahl. There was verbal abuse, emotional abuse, telling her she's stupid, she can't do anything right. There was physical abuse that she documented in her own journal. There was an occasion where she reported he hit her over the head with a bottle 5 or 6 times. There was an occasion where she reported he kicked her or punched her in the tailbone so bad she couldn't walk for days. There was an occasion where she reported he slapped her so hard in the face, around the side of the face, it broke an eardrum. She got medical treatment for that. She will describe Mr. Pahl as Jekyll and Hyde, somebody that can snap on a dime. The defendant, Mr. Pahl, tries to use this history for his own benefit. Again, cast the shadow a different way to the cops. I think she wandered off or maybe killed herself because, you know, she has this history. She's thought about suicide in the past. That's his answer to the officers on January 17th of 2022. Now, this investigation was lengthy. It took a year for the detectives to put this whole case together. And that's why it's going to take us 2 weeks to present it to you, right? The officers executed search warrants. They collected evidence. They interviewed witnesses. They subpoenaed or got warrants for all kinds of records, cell phone records, bank records, medical records, email records, messaging app records, video surveillance, anything they could to kind of document this, they did it. They seized computers and cell phones, and then they have computer forensic experts who extracted the data off the phone. You're going to hear a lot of testimony about that. They even enlisted the help of a human remains detection dog, or a cadaver dog. This is a canine that's trained specifically to detect the odor of decomposing human remains, just like you might see a dog at an airport detecting bombs or drugs or something like that. This dog has a unique training, and she is trained to detect decomposing human remains. You will hear testimony that this dog searched Mr. Pahl's vehicle and gave a positive alert. She hit on the car, indicating she could smell decomposing human remains in his truck. So this is all kind of an overview of the type of evidence we're going to present to you. There's one thing we won't be able to present to you, and that's the cause of death. And you may say, how in the world are you going to prove a murder case when you don't know how she died? Well, Judge Ramirez will instruct you on the law at the end of the trial. And he's going to tell you that, in fact, the burden of proof on the state of Wisconsin is not to prove how she died. You will not be asked that at the end of the case. You will be asked, did Matthew Pahl intentionally kill Stephanie Pavlans? Is he guilty of that allegation by the state or not guilty? The fact is, Dr. Scheel, our medical examiner, will tell you that the body was decomposed so badly, she couldn't make a lot of her normal findings that she could otherwise. Most of the major organs were missing, soft tissues missing from crucial areas on the body. The rest of the body was dark and discolored, leathery type skin from being out in the elements for 17 days. And that's why you have count 2, which is hiding a corpse, right? Because we believe the evidence will show you that this was all at the hands of Matthew Pahl. He purposely left her in the woods in a spot where she wouldn't be found for 17 days to his advantage. Now the medical examiner can't even tell us what caused her death. That's why there's a law that prohibits people from hiding a corpse. We believe there's going to be a lot of evidence of him covering his tracks. He tells one of the girlfriends in the Philippines he's going to be ready when the cops come. He deletes text messages. He does all kinds of things to cover up. So, again, I'm asking you to be patient and pay good attention, because every witness has something important to tell you, right? Not one witness is going to tell you the whole story, but everybody has one little thing. And we believe that at the end, when we have presented our entire case to you, you will be convinced that Matthew Pahl is guilty of these charges we've levied against him. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence we will present to you is a timeline of his activities to the best of our ability to piece it together between August 23 and September 9 of 2022. And you're going to see from that timeline that we have painted him into such a very small corner. The only reasonable conclusion you can reach is that he's guilty of killing Stephanie Pavlans in an intentional act. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wolf?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Good morning. I wanted to thank you again. Again, Attorney Galaviz and I will be presenting the case for Mr. Pahl. And I also wanted to thank you for spending the time here and making sure that Matthew gets a fair trial. One night last week, I was at home sitting at the kitchen table going over some evidence in this case. My wife arrived home, fed the dogs, changed into sweats, and popped some kind of pre-made dinner from Costco into the oven. She reminded me that our daughter's birthday was in a few days. And we were planning on taking her out to dinner. See, Melanie is a sophomore in the dorms at Marquette. Christine decided she would make a cake for Melanie. We did not have cake mix at the house, so she decided to make the cake from scratch. I offered to help, but Christine does not allow me to bake. She trusts me to cook dinners. In fact, I actually do most of the cooking for the family, but she does not trust me to bake. You see, cooking is an art, whereas baking is a science. I simply cannot, more like I do not want to follow specific recipes. So I stayed at the table and continued to go over police reports. Christine opened her laptop, Googled a recipe, chocolate cake from scratch, then went to our pantry to start looking for ingredients. All the basics: flour, sugar, cocoa powder, salt, a few items from the refrigerator, milk and eggs. Christine had most everything spread across the kitchen counter, then went back into the pantry. She was searching every shelf. I asked what she was looking for. Not that I would know where anything was. She finally said baking powder. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I pictured in my head how little 2 teaspoons is. How could that really make a difference? Neither of us wanted to leave the house and drive to the store. After a bit of discussion, I finally won the argument. Christine agreed to go ahead and follow the recipe for chocolate cake, less the baking powder. She pulled dinner from the oven, lowered the temperature, and put the cake in. We enjoyed our dinner. 30 minutes later, dinner was eaten, the table and counters were cleaned up, and the oven buzzer notified us the cake was done. Christine turned off the oven, opened the door, and pulled the cake pans from the oven, and then she called me over. We both stared at the cake pans on the counter. While I may have won the argument about skipping baking powder, I knew I lost. I would be driving to the store the next day and hitting the bakery for a cake. I sat back down on the table and started reading police reports. Then I realized that this cake and criminal trials in general are like a recipe. Again, this is a criminal case. Over my 10 years as a police officer, then 23 years as a lawyer, I've learned that criminal cases are more important than regulatory actions, commercial litigation, and every other type of case. Criminal cases involve the most serious kind of government action and core individual rights and liberties. There is just more at stake, ladies and gentlemen, in a criminal case, so this process is really important. In the spectrum of legal proceedings, a criminal case is up here and everything else is down here. The government, through the district attorney, must have all the ingredients. Without those necessary ingredients, the accused person must be found not guilty. You will find this case very interesting. This is my client, Matthew Pahl. You've heard the elements for the 2 charged offenses. You heard them on Friday. You'll hear them again throughout the case. You've heard the government's belief about what may have happened in August and September of 2022. No witnesses will be able to testify with any certainty how Stephanie Pavlon's life came to an end. In a homicide case, the government always relies upon the testimony of one critical witness, that being the medical examiner. In this case, the Waukesha County Medical Examiner will testify that despite exhaustive testing and investigation, they can sum up the conclusion about the manner and cause of Stephanie's death in one word: undetermined. For you, the jury, a thorough analysis of the facts and circumstances in this case is critical. For you to find Matthew guilty, you must find that the elements of the offenses have been proven by the government, and proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt. I cannot be sure how each witness will testify, nor do I know how the judge may rule on any objections. What do we know for sure? We know Matthew Pahl and Stephanie Pavlons had been in some type of relationship for well over 23 years. They have an adult daughter together. We know Matthew and Stephanie were never married. They had an on-again, off-again relationship. Stephanie spent periods of time with Matthew, then spent extended periods of time with her at her parents' house in Delafield. We know throughout 2001 and 2002, Matthew had been communicating regularly with at least 2 girls in the Philippines. Stephanie was not only aware of this, but she also communicated with at least one of them. We know also that Matthew and Stephanie had medical issues and were taking prescription medication. We know Stephanie had a history of mental health issues. We know in the summer of 2022, May 23rd, Matthew broke his foot and needed to go through months of physical therapy. We also know Stephanie stayed at Matthew's apartment the night of August 22nd, 2022. And the next morning they left the apartment building and drove to Orthopedic Associates in the town of Delafield. They stopped at Quick Trip, as the state indicated. Matt attended his regular scheduled therapy appointment, then drove directly back to his apartment. Stephanie was no longer with him. We know that on September 9th, 2022, some workers were placing no trespassing signs along a small wooded area east of Orthopedic Associates and located Stephanie Pavlon's body. Finally, we know the Waukesha medical examiner cannot determine the cause or manner of death. You also heard from the state that Matthew did not report Stephanie missing to the police, but neither did anyone else. Not her daughter Layla, and not her parents. When you see certain evidence and hear certain testimony, you may not like Matthew Pahl, but you don't have to like him. This isn't a popularity contest. This is a criminal trial, and what you as a jury have to do is examine the evidence, listen carefully to the testimony, and make sure the elements of the charged offense have been met. If not, then you must find Matthew not guilty. The investigation into Stephanie's death involved the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department, the Racine County Sheriff's Department, several area police departments, the Waukesha County Medical Examiner, and the State Crime Lab, among others. Well over 12 search warrants, at least 10 subpoenas, citizen interviews, countless hours scouring electronic media. Again, this was a very, very thorough investigation. There are a couple of questions I want you to ask yourself when the government presents its case. Ask, how did Stephanie get from the front seat of Matt's truck to the small wooded area where she was found? Keep in mind, her body was found in a wooded area that is bound by a heavily traveled frontage road and interstate, a very busy health center, a golf course, and homes. Ask, if Matt carried Stephanie into that wooded area, when would he have done that? Keep in mind, the government has hundreds of hours of camera footage and cell phone mapping. Keep in mind, Matt was still dealing with a broken foot. Finally, ask, what proof does the government have that Stephanie was even killed by another person? It could have been suicide, it could have been medical issues, it could have been anything. I do agree with some of the things the prosecutor said. However, there are issues in this case, and those issues will support reasonable doubt. In a criminal case, the government, having the burden of proof, presents evidence first. Only after the prosecutor has presented their case will Matthew have the opportunity to present his case. We ask that each of you wait until you've heard from all of the witnesses, ours as well as theirs, before deciding what really happened. Further, I believe the government will not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Matthew Pahl committed the offenses for which he is charged. We expect that after you deliberate and carefully weigh the evidence in this case, you'll return the only possible verdict, and that's a verdict of not guilty. Listen for the facts that support what the government is alleging. Listen for what can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And listen for those ingredients that the government must have for their cake, and be aware of what is missing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, look, if you could pull the podium back, please. And
We'll pass out the notebooks, folks, and again, the bailiffs will give you instructions on what you do. Your notebook as yours. And then once everybody gets their notebook, you can bring your first witness and then have him or her ready to testify, okay? Okay, everybody's got their notebooks? All right, sir, come on up to the witness stand to my right. Remain standing and raise your right hand once you get up here, please. You have to come right around here, sir. And then face our clerk. Come on, step up here.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. All right, have a seat, sir. And can you tell us your name, please?
Nicholas Fricano.
And spell the last.
F as in Frank, R-I-C-A-N-O.
Okay. Actually, there's a couple spellings for Nicholas. Can you tell us yours?
N-I-C-H-O-L-A-S.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Fricano, where are you employed?
J.H. Findorf and Son.
Okay, and what is that?
They are a general contracting company.
Okay. What are your general duties for that company?
I'm a project manager, so overseeing all aspects of the project.
Okay. And on September 9th of 2022, was your company hired by Pro Healthcare to do some job?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, where were you asked to respond to?
We were asked to go to the Pro Healthcare owned land outside or surrounding the orthopedic hospital on Gulf Road.
Okay, and if you're looking at the orthopedic hospital facing north from Gulf Road, where is the Pro Healthcare land in relation to that area?
It's located on the east as well as on the west side of the orthopedic hospital.
Okay, so it kind of surrounds the Orthopedic Associates area?
That's correct.
Okay, and where is that in relation to the golf course?
It would be south of the golf course.
Okay, what were you asked to do when you got there?
We were asked to install no trespassing signs around the perimeter of the vacant land
Okay, for both sections of the vacant land or just one?
for both sections.
Who was with you that day?
John Bergeson, one of our laborers, as well as Jason Panoski, one of our carpenters.
Okay, and what was supposed to be your job? Were you going to be overseeing them or actually putting in the no trespassing signs?
I was there to direct them on where to place the signs.
Okay, and had there been some no trespassing or some trespassing problems in that area?
The reason we were there was, I was told, was to stop some illegal farming or identify that person if they were to see the no trespassing signs with the phone number of Pro Healthcare Security on them.
Okay, do you remember how many signs you had with you to put out there that day?
Not the exact number, I would say approximately a dozen.
Okay, and while you're out in the wooded area just east of the OAW, what did you locate? What did you observe?
So as we came around the south side of the, or sorry, not the south side. We came from the south side of the property around to the north side to place another no trespassing sign. There we observed a very foul smell and then stumbled across the deceased person.
Okay, so when you said you came across the north side, is that on the golf course side?
Yeah, that was on the golf course side.
Okay, so you observe a foul smell. Are all three of you together or have you kind of dispersed and all gone your separate ways?
They were following behind me with a wheelbarrow. So
Okay.
we were pretty close.
So you place a sign on the north side of the tree area?
We placed a sign on the north side of the property on the Gulf Road. It was off the curb of the Gulf Road side.
Okay.
And then we came down around the tree line to the south side by the golf course.
Okay,
Or sorry, the north side by the golf course.
and that's when you smell something foul?
Correct, yeah, we smelled it when we got really close to the tree line.
Okay, what do you do next?
I instructed John Bergeson to pound in the sign. As he was pounding in the sign and placing it, I was just meandering around and saw a glimpse of the deceased victim.
Okay, what did you do next?
Initially, we were not sure what exactly it was. We went in a little bit closer to verify what it was. Once we got about 15 feet away from it, we realized it was a deceased individual. At that point, we exited the woods immediately and called 911.
Okay, so it wasn't until you were actually inside of the woods that you were able to see the deceased person?
No, I was inside the woods by about 5 feet when I saw them. So.
Okay, all right, so you said you called 911?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play for you what's been marked as exhibit number 1. I'm going to play a short portion and see if you can identify the voice, please.
Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin on Gulf Road.
Is that your voice, sir?
That is my voice.
Okay, and you're the one that called 911?
Correct.
Okay, I would move exhibit 1 into evidence and permission to publish for the jury.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, go ahead. It's admitted.
What's the address of the emergency?
It's the Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin on Gulf Road.
Okay, hang on just a moment. Okay, is that the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin?
Yep, it's behind it. It's in the vacant lot next to it.
Okay, what's the telephone number that you're calling me from?
414-239-2295.
And your name, sir?
Nick Fricano.
Okay.
Findorf Construction.
And tell me exactly what happened.
We found a dead body in the woods when we were putting up stakes for no trespassing signs.
Okay. And you're just, where exactly are you in relation to the Orthopedic Associates? Are you behind it, you said?
Yeah, we're to the west and behind it, like between the golf course and that. If you want to have someone meet me up.
Are you to the west or are you to the east?
Or no,
sir?
sorry, to the east. Yes,
Okay.
to the east.
Okay.
Yeah, to the east of the hospital. I'm standing in the parking lot of the hospital. We can walk back there.
Okay. And you're from a construction company?
Yep, yeah, we were putting up signs for Pro Healthcare on their lot, and we smelled something and then saw there's that guy back there. He's for a long time, so I think he ain't coming back from it. So.
Okay. All right. What kind of vehicle are you going to be in so I can let them know?
I'm not in a vehicle. I'm in a red shirt with a white hard hat on.
Red shirt, white hard hat. Okay. Are you able to keep everybody away from it?
Yep, I got everybody out of there once we figured out what it is.
Okay. All right. I'll have a couple officers meet with you, okay?
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Sir, you said in that 911 call that it was clear the person had been deceased for a while. How were you able to tell that?
They were missing quite a large amount of the body on the back side of them where it was in contact with the ground.
Okay. And you said, how close did you get to the body?
About 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you just the witness first, what's been marked as exhibit number 2. Can you let me know when it's on your screen there? Okay. Do you recognize what we're looking at on your screen?
Yes.
Okay. What is that area?
That's the area where we found the deceased person.
Okay. I would move exhibit number 2 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, 2's admitted, and you may do so.
So I'm going to ask Ms. Gussie if we can zoom in a little bit. And sir, if you can tell me, where were you placing those no trespassing signs? If you touch the screen, it'll actually make a marking.
Okay. So I believe there was one on this side, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I can't get to the other one.
Is it further?
It's about where the Windows symbol would be for the start menu.
Okay. So it's down below in that grassy area?
Yeah,
we
it's
can
in the
maybe zoom
mode
out.
area by the.
Sure. We'll zoom out for you, and then you can. Oh, all right. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to ask the clerk to remove that, and then I'll ask you to mark both of the areas where you place the no trespassing signs.
Yep. I believe there's one along here. I don't know the exact area.
Okay.
And then there was another place along this area right here.
Okay. So then I would ask to preserve this as Exhibit 2A. Now, sir, where were you walking? Could you mark on the screen? Was it in this area, or do you need me to zoom out?
You'll need to zoom out.
Okay, so if we could clear the screen and zoom out, please. Where were you walking? Was it on the north side of the tree line near the golf course, or was it south below the tree line?
So when we started this side of the property, we started up front right here. We walked around this way, down there. They're cut through some taller brush right here, and then went back.
Okay.
And then put another sign probably approximately right there.
Okay, and that's actually on the other side of the trees if you were
Correct,
facing.
it is on the other side of the tree line. We did not cross through the woods there.
Okay, if we could mark this as Exhibit 2B, please. So as you make that path, approximately when did you observe the odor that you described as foul?
We got an initial smell of it approximately right here. It did go away.
Okay.
Once we were pounding in the sign right here, we did get a little bit more of the odor again.
Okay, that
Was
first
not
circle that's a little bit, that's to the left of the photo, is that actually, you're inside the tree line or you're still outside of the tree line?
No, we were still outside of the main tree line. The grass just, it gets a little bit like unmowed, I would say.
Okay, and then that second circle that's further to the right of the photo, that's where you said the odor was stronger?
It came again. I don't know if it was probably consistent throughout the both
Okay.
times.
And then is that where you entered into the tree line?
Yes, I entered into the tree line at the second circle here. I was about 5 to 10 feet inside the tree line there when we first saw something.
You were 5 to 10 feet within the tree line when you first saw something?
That's correct.
Okay. So all of those other places that you'd been, were you ever able to see the body?
No.
Okay, I would ask that this be marked as 2C, please. And then I'm going to show just first the witness, Exhibit 3. Is that on your screen now, sir?
No.
Okay.
Okay, there's something there.
You can see now? Okay.
Yes.
Do you recognize that area?
Yes.
What is that area?
It is the area we found the deceased victim looking at it from the north.
Okay. I would move Exhibit 3 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
3 is admitted.
Okay, so this is from the golf course side? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And at the very top of the picture, is that Gulf Road?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you drew with a line on Exhibit 2 where you entered. If you could draw here where you came around and then where you ultimately entered the tree line approximately.
We came around this way. We entered the tree line somewhere in here.
Okay. I would ask that be marked as Exhibit 3A. And you said you placed a actual no trespassing sign within that outer area of the tree line?
Correct. It would be somewhere in the area I circled.
Okay.
Or close to it.
When you entered the tree line, were you immediately able to see the body?
No, I didn't see it immediately. I was kind of walking around a little bit there. It was very hard to, we didn't know what it was at first when we did walk into the tree line and did see something. It wasn't wood, so we were a little bit curious as to what it was. So.
Okay. Were you trying to find the source of the smell?
I don't specifically recall what exactly I was doing there. I was just kind of walking around.
Okay. And when you saw the body, were you able to determine if that was a male or a female that was laying there?
We were unable to determine.
Okay. And did you get very close to it?
We got about 10 to 15 feet away from it.
Why didn't you get any closer?
We didn't want to disturb anything.
Okay. And you were certain that no one else that was with you got any closer or touched the body or anything like that?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. Did you talk to anyone before the police got there? You made that 911 call, but did you talk to anyone outside of your group before they got there?
Outside of my Findorf crew, no.
Okay. And so when law enforcement arrived, you spoke with them and gave them a statement, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And if you can remember, was the body closer to the tree line on this side where you entered or the opposite side where we saw on Exhibit 2?
It was probably closer to the far side, the side that we did not enter on.
Okay.
I did not take exact measurements, though.
Sure. And you didn't take photos, right?
No.
You saw the body and you immediately called 911?
That's correct.
No further questions. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir, you named a couple other people that were working with you. Can you give us their names again and spell? There were 2 other people.
Yes.
What were the names?
But,
You can't spell that,
I don't-
their names?
yeah, it's, so the other people were Jason Panoski. Jason is the common spelling, and then Panoski is Penoske, I believe.
Okay.
And then the other one was John Bergeson. He's one of our laborers. John is the common spelling, and I do not know how to spell Bergeson.
Okay, but it's Bergeson or Bergerson?
Yeah, Bergeson.
Okay, all right.
Judge, it's Bergeson.
Thank you.
That's correct.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Right. Sure. Mr. Galavis, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. Now, I think you indicated that you were there on behalf of Pahl.
Yes.
Pahl owns this land just north of the wooded area, true?
That is correct to my knowledge.
And you also own the woods?
Also correct to my knowledge.
And your purpose was to keep people off the land just north of the woods and people out of the woods, true?
Yes.
Pahl was having problems with people walking on the land and people walking into the woods, true?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you were putting no trespassing signs, true?
That's correct.
And that was to keep people out of the land and out of the woods, true?
No, it's to keep farmers from farming the land.
Well, why were you putting them on the golf course side? The farmers weren't farming the golf course side, were they?
We were instructed to put them around the property line.
So they were trying to keep the golfers out of the woods.
I don't know their intent.
And you indicated that you, while Jason and John and yourself, Jason and John were the primary persons who were posting the signs?
Yeah, they were pounding the signs into the ground and then screwing the sign to the post.
And you were more or less the supervisor?
That is correct.
And I'm showing you it's marked as defense exhibit number 401. Is it up on your screen yet?
I have nothing on the screen.
Do you recognize that exhibit?
That is the area we found the.
Judge, I asked be asked to publish it.
No objection.
All right, it's admitted, you may do so.
Again, defense exhibit number 401, I'm not sure if the jury has it on their screens. You do?
Yeah, if it's up there, yeah.
I mean, was that what it was like around the area when you were out there with the vehicles parked in the parking lot over to the right of that screen?
There were vehicles parked here. I believe all these vehicles over here are sheriff's vehicles or similar. They were not there at the time.
And again, on this exhibit, could you mark where you entered the woods?
Somewhere in here.
Judge, could I save that screen? And again, when you entered,
Yes. Go ahead.
again, when you entered the woods, you said 5 or 10 feet, you were able to see something laying in the wooded area inside the woods, true?
Yes, that is correct. I was about 5 to 10 feet inside the wood line.
Did you ask for John and Jason to come over?
I did.
Did they come over by you?
They did.
Did all three of you enter the woods?
That is correct.
And all three of you entered where the something was laying on the ground in that area, true?
Correct.
Did you get right on top of it?
No, we were about 10 to 15 feet away from it.
So you didn't get near it?
No.
No, but Jason told the police he noticed that it was a female. Would you agree with that?
We were unsure of what it was at the time.
Did you hear Jason tell the police officers that it was a female laying in the woods?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Next question.
I'm going to show you exhibit number 409. Yeah. I'm showing you what's marked as exhibit number 4, defense exhibit number 408. Do you see that on your screen?
I do.
Does it appear to be what you saw laying in the woods when you
That
were
is
standing
correct.
10 or 5 feet away?
Yes.
I'd ask that exhibit number 408 be published to the jury.
Any objection?
408 or 409?
408.
Thank you. No objection.
Okay, it's admitted.
So were you that far away when you saw when subsequently identified as an individual laying in the woods?
I would say based off this picture, we were a little bit further away.
Yeah, was it that clear to you, the wooded area?
What do you mean by clear to me?
Did it actually depict the way it looked in the woods?
Yes.
Did you notice that the burning pit was off to the right?
No.
So I take it after you and the two others observed what was there, strike that. When did you realize that it was an actual person laying there?
When we were about, I would say, 25 feet away.
So even farther away from closer to the entrance of the woods.
It's hard to determine.
How long did you stay observing the person laying in the woods before you exited and called the police?
I would say about 30 seconds.
Did you call the police while you were standing there looking at the person laying in the woods, or did you exit the woods?
We walked out of the woods, and then immediately upon exiting the woods is when I dialed 911.
Exhibit number 408 seems to depict like a trail entering and exiting the woods. Would that be true?
I don't know if there was an established trail. It was not very dense.
Okay. I have no further questions, Judge.
All right, redirect.
Sir, you said you never got any closer to the body than 10 to 15 feet?
That's correct.
Okay. And what is the area north of Gulf Road, so between Gulf Road and the tree line, what is that area like?
It was very difficult to traverse. That's why we went around on the driveway side. So it was brushy
And you were told that you were there to put up no trespassing signs because someone was trying to farm that land?
that's what we were told. They were illegally farming that area.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, any recross?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Next
Thank you,
witness.
sir. You're free to go. State will call Mr. Frischello.
Sir, if you come up to the witness stand to my right, please. And once you get up there, raise your right hand to be sworn in, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes.
All right, have a seat, sir. Tell me your name, please,
Frank Frischello,
and spell the last name.
Frascello.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Frischello, where are you currently employed?
I'm sorry?
Where are you currently employed?
I am currently working at a local Waukesha County Fire Department,
Okay. And in September of 2022, where were you employed?
the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
How long were you employed as a Waukesha County Sheriff's deputy?
I was working there for a total of 10 years.
Okay. And on September 9th of 2022, what were your duties that day?
I was a patrol deputy.
Okay. And were you asked to respond to a call in the area of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on Gulf Road?
Yes.
What was the information that you had at the time you were asked to respond there?
That a couple workers in the area believe they had found a body.
Okay. And you were dispatched there at about 10:54 a.m.?
That sounds right, yes.
Okay. When you arrived there, who do you make contact with?
There were a couple of workers that I had met with, and they explained that they were putting up no trespassing signs.
Okay. And were they able to show you where the body was actually located?
Yes, it was located in, they pointed it out to me, and it was located in a tree wooded area.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as exhibit number 2. We could show that to the publish for the jury, please. Are you familiar with this area, Mr. Frischello?
Yes.
It should be on the screen in front of you there too. Okay. Is this the area that you were dispatched to?
Yes.
Okay. And I see some crime scene tape up there. Who placed that crime scene tape?
I assisted in placing the crime scene tape, but I don't know who else was assisting me with
Okay, that's fine. But when you got there, no crime scene tape is present?
that. Correct.
Okay. And which direction did the workers kind of lead you to show you where the body was? Was it on this side or was it on the north side near the golf course?
Initially, it was on the north side by the golf course.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as exhibit number 3. Is this the other side that we are looking at here?
This would be a view from the north side of the golf course.
Okay, and could you please mark on the screen where you were led and where ultimately you entered the wooded area, if you can show that for the jury?
I don't recall exactly where on
Sure.
this photo I was.
If you can give us a general area of where you would have entered the wooded area.
Probably would have been approximately here, I believe.
Okay, and I think that's 3D? B? Okay. So you entered the area there. Did you have one of the workers come with you?
Yes, I believe his name was Nicholas, was the one who brought me and
Okay.
showed me from this area.
Mr. Furcano led you into the wooded area?
Yes.
Okay. And as you approach that wooded area, what, if anything, do you observe?
So I believed I had seen a body, and so what I did was, rather than entering from that side, because it looked like it was closer to the tree line from the south side of the road, so I went back to my squad car to get my camera to take photos, and then that's when I went around the other side to take the photos.
Okay, so we're going to go back to exhibit number 2. And you entered actually the woods from this side of the area?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And did you have those workers come with you this time on the south side of the woods, or did you go by yourself?
I don't recall if I had them come with me at that time.
Okay.
To point it out to me, because I remember, I would have remembered in relation to where I was from the north side of the road.
Okay. And then did you take some photographs yourself?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show just for the witness first. Exhibit number 4. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm also going to show you exhibit number 5. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay. Are these true and accurate depictions of the photographs you took on September 9th of 2022?
Yes.
Okay, I would move exhibits 4 and 5 into evidence and permission to publish,
Any
please.
objection?
No objection.
All right, they're admitted.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
starting with exhibit 4, we'll just wait for that to get on the jurors' screens. Okay, what are we looking at here?
So this is a view of the scene from the south side of the tree line. Standing a little bit further back to capture like where I was, the general area of where I was looking.
Okay, and if we can zoom into this photograph, please. Hold on first. At this point in the photo, can you see where the body is located?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to zoom in now. A little bit further, please, and if we can move over. There we go. If you can show us where the body is.
Circle it?
Yes, please. Okay. What are you able to visually see from this photo? What part of the body are you able to visually see?
Sure. So the first thing that stands out to me is legs appearing to be wearing jeans.
Okay. And that's kind of the bluish color that you're seeing on the screen?
Yes, there's one tree kind of in the middle of where I circled, and then right here would be the
Those would be the legs?
legs.
Okay, if we can please preserve that, Madam Clerk. Yes. Now I'm going to direct your attention to Exhibit 5. Is this a closer up picture of the same area?
Yes.
Okay, and now you're able to really see the body that has been located?
Yes.
Okay. Did you zoom your camera in, or did you physically move closer to the area where the body was?
So I used the zoom function on the camera because I did not want to get too close for the purpose of not disturbing any potential evidence.
Okay, and from here, you can tell that this is a body?
Correct. I knew upon seeing it, it was human.
Okay, not an animal, not some other...
I did not believe this was anything but a person.
Okay. If I can show you Exhibit 4 again, zoomed out. sorry, not, not that much. Approximately how far back from the tree line are you standing here when you take this photo, if you remember?
I would say maybe it's probably 10 to 20 feet away.
Okay. And as you walked in that direction of the tree line, were you able to immediately see the body, or did it take some careful looking?
From what I recall, I had to get up to approximately this point to be able to see it.
Okay. And if you turned around, so if you're facing the woods and then you turn around and you look towards Gulf Road, were you able to see cars passing on Gulf Road, if you recall?
I remember that there was tall grass behind me, but I did not take any mental notes of whether I could see the road or not.
Sure. But this is quite a bit away from the roadway.
Correct.
All right. Now, I'm going to show just for the witness exhibits 6, please. Do you recognize exhibit 6?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the crime scene tape that you and other deputies placed?
Yes.
Okay. I would move exhibit number 6 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
6 is admitted.
Okay, this is the crime scene tape that we're looking at, and did you actually use one of those no trespassing signs that was placed by Mr. Fricano to place the crime scene tape?
It appears so.
Okay, and you blocked off all the way around to the other side of the golf course?
Yes.
Okay, why was it important to keep that entire perimeter blocked off from the public?
So one of the reasons is there's the public golf course on the other side. We didn't want anybody coming into the crime scene again to disturb any potential evidence and obviously seeing something that they're not a part of.
Okay, and when you arrive, you're the only deputy that arrives first, right?
I was the initial deputy, correct.
Okay, and when you get there, you decide this is a possible crime scene?
Yes.
Who did you call to make sure that other individuals were going to show up and assist you?
Sure. So at the time, Lieutenant Larsoul was the duty supervisor, so she was notified as well as, so it was her determination to call other resources.
Okay, can you spell Lieutenant Larsoul's last name for us, please?
Larsuel.
Okay. And who else would then arrive on the scene once you asked for those additional resources?
Our detective bureau.
Okay, and would they also have the medical examiner's office come out?
Eventually.
Okay. You were just the first person to the scene. After that, the whole troops come in?
Yes.
Okay. And it was your responsibility to make sure that between when you arrive and when the next 20 officers arrive, no one touches or disturbs the crime scene?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. If you're standing on the frontage road, you can see the south side of the tree line, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and in the pictures, it showed that the field that was between the frontage road and the tree line was probably knee-high in a lot of places. Is that correct?
I'm sure in some places it could have been.
Okay, but other than that, it wasn't a prairie where there were high grasses or anything, correct?
It did not go above my head.
Okay. Did it go above your waist in any areas?
I don't recall.
Okay. You saw the picture of the crime scene tape, correct?
Yes.
And the crime scene tape is probably about between waist and knee high, correct?
Sure.
And you don't recall anything being higher than your waist, though, correct?
I didn't take measurements of the grass. No, I can't recall that.
Okay. When you're standing on the north side of the tree line, the golf course is actually groomed almost right up to the tree line, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if a golfer had hit their ball into the woods there, they'd probably have to be pretty bad since it's behind a green. But it was, in other words, strike that. The golf course went right up to the tree line, correct?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
And in your Exhibit 4, that was a picture you took from the south side looking north where the body was, correct? Do you need that pulled up?
Sure.
Okay, can you pull up Exhibit 4? If you could pull up Exhibit 4. you can actually see the golf course through this picture, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't thick enough that it wasn't solid that you couldn't see through this wooded area, correct?
Correct, I can see through the wooded area.
Would you estimate that the thickness of the tree line there is about 30 to 40 feet?
I would say that would be generally accurate. I didn't measure it though.
I don't expect it, but you could, like this picture, you could see through that wooded area.
Yes, I can see through it.
Okay. How close did you personally get to the body?
At the time of those photos, I was, like I said, about 10 to 20 feet away. I zoomed in with my camera to take the pictures.
Okay. You did take other photos where you got up close to the body, is that correct?
I don't remember taking any, like right up on the body pictures.
Okay, you got close enough where you could see what the individual was wearing, though, correct?
Correct.
And you could tell that there was that the person was wearing jeans, correct?
Yes.
And that there was a bra on the person?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Can you pull up 4 again? What? Thank you. Again, this is a pic. Which one is that? Oh, okay. No further questions, right now.
All right, any redirect?
I'm going to leave Exhibit 4 up, sorry. You said this is taken about 10 to 20 feet away from the edge of the tree line? Exhibit number 4?
Far away from the body.
From the body, okay.
Yes.
And would you agree if you had not been directed to the body by the individuals that had already found it, it would be difficult to find?
It needed to be pointed out to me, yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, any recross?
No further questions, Ron.
All right, thank you, and you are excused, sir. Thank you.
Sorry.
Next witness.
Thank you. So we'll call Detective Conrad.
So come on up to the witness stand to my right and remain standing once you get up there, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, have a seat, sir. Tell us your full name, please.
First name Mark, M-A-R-K. Last name Conrad, C-O-N-R-A-D.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Detective Conrad, where are you employed?
With Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
And how long have you been employed there?
Since September of 2012.
Okay, and do you have any special responsibilities in addition to your role as a detective?
Yes, I am a member of our unmanned aerial systems or drone unit.
Okay, and did you have to take special training to obtain some type of certifications to be on that unit?
Yes, part of the responsibility is getting it's called a Part 107 license with FAA to fly a drone.
Okay, and how many members of the drone unit are there?
I believe there's 15 approximately.
Okay, and each of you may respond to different calls as needed by the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department or other local municipalities?
Correct.
Okay, and on September 9th of 2022, were you working both as a detective and in that special capacity and the drone unit?
I was, yes.
Okay. Were you asked to respond to the area of Gulf Road near the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin building?
Yes, I was.
Why were you asked to respond there?
Both as a detective and I brought the drone equipment with to document the scene.
Okay. At the time that you're dispatched to respond there, why did they think the drone unit may be helpful?
It's an outdoor scene, which tends to be a larger area, and the drone equipment was somewhat newer at the time, and it was a tool to use to take a broad scale image.
Okay. And so ultimately, you took several, once the drone is up in the air, you can take still photographs?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as exhibit number 2. This is one of those photos that you took?
Oh, sorry, it just turned on. Yes, it is.
Okay, and it's really hard to see, but up at the top, there's actually a date and time stamp. Can you tell me what that date and time stamp is?
September 9th, 2022, 13:19:03 hours.
Okay, so that'd be 1:19:03 p.m.?
Correct.
Okay. And where do you fly these drones from?
You can fly them anywhere. We have a remote. Generally, we're near a vehicle, or we have a trailer that we use where we can charge things, plug things in. We can look at a larger monitor.
Okay. And if you're looking at this photo, actually on the left side of the photo near the driveway, is that where your drone trailer was located?
Yes, that on the left side there is the trailer. Right below that white car is where I would be.
Okay. So just above the exhibit sticker?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're standing within that trailer, and you're actually flying the drone, taking these photographs. Why is it important in an investigation to get some of these further away photographs of the entire area?
An elevated view can give you a different perspective than what you have on the ground. You can get an overall understanding of a crime scene.
Okay, and I'm going to show you what's also been previously marked and admitted as Exhibit 3. This is also one of the photographs you took?
Correct.
And this is from the north side, looking south to Gulf Road?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you what, just the witness first, what has not yet been admitted, Exhibits 7 and Exhibit 8. So first we'll start with Exhibit 7. Can you see that?
I can.
Okay, and then Exhibit 8?
I can see that as well.
Okay, are those both photographs that you took using the drone?
They are.
Okay, I would move to admit Exhibit 7 and Exhibit 8 and permission to publish.
Any objection as to 7 or 8?
No objection to either, Your Honor.
All right, they're admitted, you may show them to the jurors.
We'll start with Exhibit number 7. Detective, this is the same area, but just a little bit further, showing the driveway?
Correct.
Okay, and then Exhibit number 8. What are we looking at here?
So it's just out of frame, but the drone trailer would be on that driveway to the left, and this is a more of a straight down view of the field that's to the south of the wooded area where the more focused crime scene was located.
Okay, and one of the downsides of these overhead photos is it doesn't necessarily give us great detail about incline or maybe the scale of the land rising and falling.
Right, the elevation is harder to see on a 90-degree down than it would be from the ground or at more of an angle.
Okay, and you see 2 individuals there kind of in that grassy area. Those are detectives from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department?
I know we had, I believe Waukesha Police Department was there as well, assisting.
Okay.
So I don't know if one of them might be from that agency, but those are 2 investigators.
Sure. And the crime scene tape has been placed up there and the scene has been secured at that point?
Correct.
And what was the time of this photograph?
That shows 13:20:33 or 1:20 p.m.
Okay. And so the drone was deployed after the 1 o'clock hour to take these photographs, and you took, these are just a sampling, you took actually a number of photographs of this area, right?
Correct.
Do you know what the status of the body that had been located? Was it still within the woods when you were taking drone photos?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, cross-examination.
Yes, Judge, I'll take the cross.
Okay.
So, officer, you are running a drone in the area, true?
Correct.
And the drone was filming from above Orthopedics Associates, the parking lot, the golf course, around the wooded area, true?
Correct.
The Gulf Road, frontage road, true?
Correct.
The freeway, true?
I don't know if the freeway was captured.
And then you were just going in circles around the wooded area, true?
Correct.
If I was to show you a surveillance drone, would you be able to recognize it if I played it, if it's one that you,
Sure. I could attempt to.
I'm showing you is marked as exhibit number 402. Defense exhibit number 402. Does that appear to be your drone
Yes.
surveillance tape that you took?
Yes.
Judge, this video is approximately, not long, about 3 hours and
No, 3 minutes.
3 minutes and 55 seconds, and I'd like to play it for the jury.
No objection.
All right, so you're asking it to be admitted?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's admitted, go ahead.
Can you jury see it on your screen? Again, this is drone footage that you took, correct?
Correct.
I'm stopping this at 150 of your drone footage. Are you, see my marker here?
Yes.
Are you aware, or was anybody aware at that time that that is Mr. Paul's pickup truck parked in the parking lot?
I was not aware of that.
1 second, excuse me, Mr. Gallagher, you're stopping it at 2:05, actually, correct?
Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I was not aware.
And again, you weren't aware that this was Mr. Paul's pickup truck?
No, I was not.
Officer, that drone image that the jury just saw, did that actually depict the way that scene looked like on September 9, 2022?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Judge.
All right, Reed, direct?
No.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excuse, sir. Next.
Is that they want to present testimony before we do the jury view. So what we're probably gonna do is go probably closer to 12:30, then we'll take our lunch break, and then when you come back, we'll do the jury view, right? And again, I'll have specific instructions about the jury view when we go out, what we're gonna do, how we should proceed, and so on. You've seen some of the aerial photographs and some of the photographs, so you have some familiarity with the scene. I'll talk more about it before we go out on our jury, okay? So go ahead, next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Detective Lafleur.
Right? Detective, come on up to the witness stand to be sworn in, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, have a seat, please. And tell us your first and last name.
It's Christina Lafleur.
All right, spell both of them for us, please.
First name spelling is Christina. Last name spelling is LA, F as in Frank, LEUR.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, Detective Lafleur.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I understand you're maybe not feeling the greatest today.
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
Okay. If you need a break or need more water, just let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for being here. I want to direct your attention to September of 2022. How were you employed at that time?
I was a detective with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
Did you have any special assignments in September of 22?
Yes.
What was that?
I was assigned to the Identification Bureau. I also managed the property evidence.
So can you tell the jury what the Identification Bureau is, please?
So it's basically, I respond to crime scenes and process them photographically and collect evidence, and then I also maintain our evidence storage area.
How is property maintained in storage at the sheriff's office?
It's in a locked, locked storage area that only 4 people have access to.
Okay. And you inventory everything that goes in and out of that storage area?
Yes.
Okay. Directing your attention to the date of September 9 of 2022, were you asked to respond to the location of North 15 West 28300 Gulf Road in the town of Delafield?
Yes.
And that's in Waukesha County, Wisconsin?
Correct.
Are you familiar with that area?
I am.
And people oftentimes think of that as maybe being the Pewaukee area?
Yes.
It's pretty close to Pewaukee Lake.
It is.
Okay. And are there some businesses at that location?
Yes.
What businesses do you recall?
So the Orthopedics Associates of Wisconsin is there, and then north of that location that I got dispatched to is the Western Lakes Golf Course.
In this area that we're describing, Gulf Road runs what direction?
East and west.
Okay. And so the area you were specifically working on was to the north of Gulf Road?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you a couple photographs from your review of the area. So first I'm going to ask to put up for the witness only Exhibit 198, please. Should be up on your screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize this photograph, please?
I do.
Do you believe this to be a photo that's a true and accurate depiction of the area?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 198, permission to publish, please.
Objection.
All right, it's admitted.
We're going to put it up, and I'm going to ask you to explain to the jury what we're looking at, please.
Okay. So up here, this is facing westbound. The road here is Golf. And then to the northwest, that's Orthopedics Associate, sorry, Orthopedics Associates, building there.
Okay. And next, I'm going to put up for the witness, number 199 for the witness only, please. Is it up?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize this photograph?
I do.
Is it a true and accurate depiction of the area?
Yes.
Okay. Permission to admit 199 and permission to publish, Your Honor?
No objection.
All right, it's admitted.
Okay. Please describe the direction and what's seen in this view, please.
Yep. So this is taken facing north from Gulf Road, and then to the left, which would be west, is Orthopedics Associates. And then to the east is the wooded area and the open field.
Okay. Please put up for the witness Exhibit 9. Do you recognize Exhibit 9?
Yes.
And this is also a photograph depicting the area?
Correct.
Is this a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Move to admit number 9 and permission to publish, please.
Objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
Please describe for the jury.
So this would be facing towards Gulf Road. That's the road that's going east to west there. So it's kind of a southeast direction. And then to your left there, you see the wooded area. And then this is the open field right here.
Okay. Can you see I-94 in that photograph?
Yeah, very, like, if you zoom in, you can see it in the background, yes.
Okay. And does I-94 run parallel to Gulf Road in this area?
Yes,
Also running in an east to west or west to east direction?
correct.
Okay. Exhibit 10 for the witness, please. You recognize this photograph?
I do,
Is it a true and accurate representation of the area?
yes.
Okay. Move to admit permission to publish number 10.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, go ahead, it's admitted.
Please tell us what we're seeing in Exhibit 10.
So this is facing north into the wooded area. And then you see those two evidence markers there, 1 and 2.
Okay, so the screen in front of you is a touch screen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. If you could please just circle the items you just described for us there, so we're all looking at the same thing. Okay. I'm going to also show you. Do you want to preserve that? Yeah. Oh, yes, please. Let's preserve 10A, Your Honor.
All right,
And then before we go further on that, I'd like to go back to Exhibit 156, please. $156 is up.
Yes.
Is Is this a true and accurate representation of the area on September 9 of 2022?
Yes.
Move to admit permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 156 is admitted.
Please describe for the jury what we're seeing here.
So this is taken facing westbound towards Orthopedics Associates.
Okay. And where are you in relation to the body at the time you took this photograph?
South.
Okay, but close to the
Yes.
body? Close to the area where the body was in the tree line?
Yes.
Okay. As you look at that photograph here, Detective, on the stand, can you see any cars in the OAW parking lot?
No. The cars that are seen there are squad cars.
Okay. What's that object on the left, square object on the left side of the photograph? Can you tell what that is?
Like the silver where the hand is?
Yes.
Kind of, that's a clipboard.
Okay. From one of the detectives?
Probably patrol, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Exhibit 166, please. Is 166 a true and accurate representation of the area on 9/9 of 2022?
Yes.
Move to admit permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
Please describe 166.
So this is facing kind of like a southwest direction from where I was standing, facing west.
Okay. In relation to the body, what's your proximity?
Close to it, so I'm
Okay.
just south of the body.
And that same clipboard's there in the middle of the photograph?
Yes.
Can you see those utility boxes up on the corner that we saw in the first few pictures I showed you?
No, I can't.
All right, if we could go, well, let me ask you a question, Detective. What is your role when you arrived on the scene?
So my primary role was to take photographs of the scene as well as collect any evidence that was located.
Okay, and we saw in Exhibit 9, I think that we put up that you had put, or somebody had put markers near the evidence. You circled those for us in that photo, correct?
Yes.
Explain what you're doing there, please.
So, excuse me. So with any piece of evidence that's located, an evidence placard is placed by each piece of evidence to document its location.
Okay. I'm gonna, now, maybe we can show to the witness only, I'm gonna show, just to move this along a little quicker, 11, 12, 13, 20, and 21, and then we'll, 11, 12, 13. Number 11 on your screen now?
No.
Is that on your screen?
No, I've got a blank screen.
It takes a moment for it to come up on her.
Okay,
All right,
Yes.
okay. Is that a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 12 for the witness only, please. True and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 13? True and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 20? Oh, okay, thank you. Your Honor, I'd move to admit 11, 12, and 13 and permission to publish.
objection?
No, sir.
All right, 11, 12, and 13 are admitted.
So please display first for the jury number 11. Okay, so these are two items of evidence that you noted at the scene. Is that correct, Detective?
Yes.
And you labeled them as number 1 and number 2?
Correct.
Okay. And next photograph, number 12, please. What is item number 2?
So item number 2 is a scalpel. It's got a green handle and it's got a cover, a sheath on the blade.
Can you see the cover in the photograph?
Yes.
Can you circle it, please? And I'd ask to preserve that as 12A.
Yes.
And what was item 1?
It was a vape.
A vape?
Yes.
Okay. Photograph, or excuse me, exhibit 13, please. What are we seeing there?
This is just a close-up of item number 2, the scalpel.
Okay. And that's exactly as you found it?
Correct.
Okay. It appears there's some grass laying on top of the scalpel?
Yes.
Okay. Or covering the scalpel in some fashion?
Yes.
Okay. Did you collect the vape and the scalpel as evidence in this case?
I did.
Okay, I'm going to show you these items. They've been marked as exhibits 20 and 21. First, item 20. Please identify.
So this is evidence placard number 2. This is a scalpel.
Okay. And that item's been held on secure inventory at the sheriff's office since you collected it in September?
Yes.
2022?
Yes.
Maybe had a trip to the crime lab?
It appears so, yes.
Okay. And then exhibit 21. Please identify. 21.
Yep. So this is evidence marker number 1. This is the vape.
It's a smoking device?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right, move to admit 20 and 21, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, both are admitted.
Now, Detective, in addition to collecting that physical evidence at the scene, did you have an opportunity to get close to the body?
Yes.
Did you photograph the body?
I did.
Did you make observations about the body?
Yes.
Before we look at any photographs, what do you remember about the body, as position, clothing, things like that, please?
So the body was located laying on her back. Her head was facing west. Her feet were facing east. She was wearing a dark colored t-shirt, jeans, a dark colored belt, and white athletic shoes. Her hands were bent up above her head to the side, and her right arm appeared to be partially pulled out of the right sleeve of the shirt. So the shirt was actually pulled up. She had a bra on too that was actually pulled up as well. The pants were unbuttoned, but they were still zippered. And then the belt was undone, but still in the clasp, in the metal clasp.
Did you photograph all of these things as you just described to me?
Yes.
Okay. And the body itself, what kind of condition was the body in?
At advanced states of decomposition.
For the witness only, I'm going to ask her to view exhibits 14 through 19, please. We'll go one at a time with 14. Do you see 14 on the screen? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Number 15. True and accurate description?
Yes.
Depiction, excuse me. 16. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
17. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
18. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
And 19. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Now, in these photographs, we have attempted to somewhat blur the head and face of the victim, is that right?
Yes.
So they're not as vivid or descriptive as they were when you took the photograph, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But other than that, they're true and accurate representations of the condition of the body.
That's correct.
Move to admit 14 through 19 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're all admitted. You may do so.
Please describe 14.
So this is facing northbound, right before you get into the clearing, into the woods.
Okay. And the body's visible in this photograph?
Yes.
Okay. Number 15, please. Please describe.
And this is just a closer up view, walking through the clearing up to the body.
Okay. You said her head was to the west and her feet were to the east,
Yes.
and it's almost as if she is also parallel to Gulf Road and I-94, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Number 16, please. Describe.
So this is facing west, and just an overview of her feet to her head.
Okay. And this is the condition of her clothing when you found it.
Yes.
Her jeans were in what kind of condition?
So I noted dirt on the groin area of her pants, and then also the bottom portions of each leg from the pants. There was also dirt on her left shoe as well.
Okay. Number 17, please. Please describe.
So this is just facing south, just getting the overview of the left side of her body.
Okay. 18.
And this would be overview on top of her torso.
Okay. You had described for us the condition of her shirt, and there appears to be an object consistent with a bra and her pants, right?
Yes.
Now that we have the image, can you just point out those highlights for the jury again, please?
You want me to circle them on?
You can, sure.
Okay. So her buckle, it's actually hard to tell in here. So, but the buckle right here is still intact. I mean, it's loosened, but it's still intact. Her buttons to her pants are also undone. Her bra is pushed up, and then you see her right arm that's partially pulled out of her right sleeve.
Okay. May I please ask to preserve 18A, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. And then finally, number 19. Please describe.
So this is just a different viewpoint, taking the photo above
Okay.
her torso.
This was the condition of the body when you found it.
Yes.
Okay. Were there insects present on the body?
Yes.
What types of insects,
Um,
to your opinion?
maggots.
Maggots, okay. And you've seen those at crime scenes before?
Yes.
Okay. And were they abundant?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move away from the crime scene now and direct your attention to the date of September 17th of 2022. And did you have further involvement in this case on that date?
Yes.
Did you assist with executing a search warrant at an apartment at 1001 Delafield Street here in the city of Waukesha?
Yes.
And is that apartment close to this courthouse?
It is.
Okay. And who lived at that apartment to your understanding?
It would have been the defendant and the victim.
Okay. You understood it to be their apartment?
Yes.
Okay. When you first arrived on scene, were you responsible for seizing and photographing Mr. Pahl's truck?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to show to the witness, please, Exhibit 22. Is it up?
Yes.
Okay. Is that a true and accurate depiction of Mr. Pahl's vehicle as you found it that day?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit permission to publish 22, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 22 is admitted.
Okay. Please describe for the jury what we're seeing in this photo.
So this is the Toyota Tacoma that was registered to the defendant in a handicap parking spot. And then in the background is the apartment building.
Is this exactly where you found the vehicle, or did you move it for the purpose of this photograph?
No, this is where it was found.
Okay. Parked just like that.
Yes.
What did you do to seize the vehicle and maintain the integrity of the vehicle?
So I took overall photographs of all sides of the vehicle, and then I used evidence tape and secured across each of the doors, as well as the hood. There's one here, and then there's one on the other side, cargo areas, so those were sealed with evidence tape. And then on the back side of the cab was also sealed with evidence tape. And I initialed and dated it.
Okay. And then eventually the vehicle is taken where?
It's taken back to our evidence storage garage.
Is that a secure location?
Yes.
Okay. That's maintained by the sheriff's department,
Yes.
not like a private tow facility.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Eventually, did you go inside and assist with collecting evidence inside the defendant's apartment?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to show for the witness exhibit 181, please. Do you recognize exhibit 181?
I do.
What is it?
It's a property inventory sheet.
And tell the jury what that means.
So it's basically a document that anytime evidence is collected, we fill out this property inventory sheet, which documents the location, the time, the date, who collected it, where it was collected from.
Okay. And is this an item that you completed?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 181, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 181 submitted.
Okay, and this sheet tells you everything that was collected as evidence inside Mr. Pahl's apartment, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm not going to go through everything. How many items total if we scroll down?
Okay. So that would have been.
Keep going, please. I'm sorry.
23.
23 items total?
Yes.
Okay. Could please go back to page 1? And I'd like to start out with item 2 on your list. You see that?
Yes.
What was collected as item number 2?
An iPad.
An iPad. I'll show you first exhibits 33 and 34 for the witness only. Have you seen those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions of the evidence collected inside Mr. Pahl's apartment?
Yes.
Move to admit 33 and 34, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 33 and 34 admitted.
What are we seeing in 33, please?
So this is an overview of the iPad. This is on I believe it was a futon or some type of couch that was in the living room in the apartment.
Okay. And 34, please. Please describe.
This is just a close-up of that same item.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you physical item number 45. Please identify.
It's an iPad.
Okay. Same iPad we've just been talking about.
Except with the pink There's no pink cover on
The
it.
pink case is no longer with it?
Yes.
Okay, but it is the same item that was collected from the couch or the futon in the living room at Mr. Paul's apartment?
Yes.
Next, if you could please display for the witness only Exhibit 23. Did you observe 23?
Yes.
Is it a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Move to admit 23, permission to publish, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right, it's admitted.
What's seen in Exhibit 23, please?
So this is an overview, focusing in on this pink water bottle.
Okay.
In
And
the
was-
living room, sorry, this is in the living room
In the
still.
living room?
Yes.
And was that item collected as evidence in this case?
Yes.
Show you Exhibit 43. Please identify.
This is that same pink water bottle in the picture.
Okay. Move to admit 43, Your Honor.
Any objection?
Sir,
43 is admitted.
I think I forgot to admit 45, the iPad. Move to admit.
no objection.
All right, it's admitted.
Next, please put up for the witness photograph Exhibits 24 through 26. Have you had an opportunity to review all of those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they all true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to admit 24 through 26, and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 24, 25, 26 are admitted.
Please describe 24.
So this is an overview, focusing in on, there's a closet.
You can circle it or
Okay,
point
all
to
right.
it. Yeah.
Yep, so the closet's right here,
Okay, you've drawn an X on the.
closet door. Yeah.
Okay. And that pink water bottle was in the same area?
Yep, it was behind this little shelf area.
Okay. Your Honor, may I please preserve 24A?
Yes.
And then please clear that, and we'll move on to 25. What do we see in 25, please?
So this is just a closer view of a beer stein that was located in the closet on the floor.
Okay. And then 26. What are we seeing in 26?
This is just a close-up of the contents that were inside of this beer stein with two pill bottles.
Did you collect those 2 pill bottles as evidence in this case?
Yes.
Okay. I'll show you 42. Can you identify 42?
Yep, these are the 2 pill bottles that were located in the beer stein.
Move to omit 42, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 42 is admitted.
Please present for the witness only 35 and 36. Have you had an opportunity to observe those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Move to omit 35 and 36, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're admitted.
Please describe 35.
So this would be in the bedroom. It's like a dresser or a dresser, and so I'm focusing in on that black cell phone that's on top.
Okay. And then 36, please. Please describe.
This is just a close-up of that same cell phone.
Did you collect that item as evidence in this case?
Yes.
The exhibit 46, please identify.
This is the same cell phone that was located in the bedroom on that, the dresser.
Move to admit 46, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 46 is admitted.
All right. Please display for the witness 27 through 31. Have you had a chance to observe each of those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate?
Yes.
Permission to, or excuse me, please admit 27 through 31 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
So we'll start with 27. Please describe.
So this is that same dresser where that phone was located. The door is open on the top shelf. You can see a black purse.
Okay. That's the same dresser where the cell phone was located, you said?
Yes.
Okay. 28, please. Describe.
This is just a close-up of that same black purse.
29. Describe.
And this is a close-up of the contents of that purse.
Okay. And next, 30.
And,
Describe.
excuse me, additional contents that were in that same purse.
Identification for Stephanie Pavlans.
Correct.
Okay. And 31, please. Please describe.
These were also inside that purse.
And what are these objects, please?
2 vapes and 2 pill bottles prescribed to Stephanie.
Okay. The purse itself was collected as evidence?
Yes.
Detective, this is item number 44. Please identify.
This is the purse that was collected.
And there's a
Blue vape that's
Okay.
in the center of
blue
it.
vape in the center. If you could
Yeah.
just hold that, show that to the
Sorry.
please. That's okay. Okay. Move to admit 44, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
44 is admitted.
All right, please display 37 through 40 for the witness. Have you had an opportunity to review all of those photographs?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Move to admit 37 through 40, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're all admitted.
Thirty-seven is going up, please identify.
So this is a bag with medication, various other medical supplies were inside of it.
Okay. 38. Please describe.
Close-up of some of the medical items that were seen in that bag.
39.
And specifically close-ups of the scalpels that were inside that bag.
Okay, 40?
Just turned over the bag to take a picture of the other side.
Okay, and 41. Nope, 41's right here. Exhibit 41, please identify.
These are those, the same bag of scalpels that were located in that black bag.
Just from your plain observation, did the scalpel in the apartment seem to match the scalpel at the crime scene?
They were similar, yes.
I can take all of those
Okay.
things back from you, please.
A couple chips there.
We'll try and stack it.
Okay.
Thank you. Please display for the witness only Exhibit 32. Do you recognize Exhibit 32?
Yes.
What is it? Just tell us what it is before. I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
ask the judge to admit.
These are the contents of the defendant's wallet.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
And how is it that you photographed the contents of Mr. Paul's wallet?
I was notified by Detective Seitz that he had a wallet that he wanted me to take a photograph of.
Okay.
This is at the sheriff's department.
Okay. Your Honor, move to admit 32, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
And what kinds of items did you locate in his wallet?
Identification for him. There was some bank cards, some insurance cards, keys, and some paperwork that had passwords and other various notes on it.
Okay. The card in the middle that's kind of dark blue in color, do you see that?
Yes.
Whose name is on that card?
So referring to this one right here,
Yes, ma'am.
it has the name of Stephanie on it, Pavlon's.
Okay. Do you recall, if not, we can put up the sheet again, but do you recall that a cell phone was also seized from Mr. Paul on this date?
I can't recall this.
Okay, we'll put up 181, please. At the very bottom. If you can zoom in on 23. Item 23 there. Does that refresh your recollection, ma'am?
Yes.
Was there a cell phone seized from Mr. Paul?
At the residence, yes.
Okay.
Or the apartment, yes.
Now I'd like to direct your attention to the date of September 19th of 2022. Were you working this case that day?
Yes.
And do you remember what your involvement was on that date?
I can't recall if that was.
No problem. Not meant to be a trick question. Were you present when a cadaver dog was called to the secure storage area to perform a search?
Yes.
And is it consistent with your memory that was the date of September 19th of 2022?
Yes.
The day before the crime lab came out?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And where did you go?
I went to the evidence storage garage where the truck was being held.
Okay. And did you meet with anybody over there?
Yes.
Who did you meet with?
With a canine officer from Racine County.
And tell the jury about this secure storage area where this is where Mr. Paul's vehicle had been taken to.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that, please.
So we have it's basically a pole barn, a very large pole barn. And we also have a gated area outside as well. We primarily store vehicles that are involved in fatal car crashes or vehicles that need to be processed for evidence.
Okay. And so about how many cars are kept in there at any time?
It could be between 20, 30 vehicles, inside and outside.
Okay. And I'm going to ask that a couple of photographs be displayed for you only, 47 through 50, please. Have you seen all of those?
Yes.
Okay. Are they true and accurate representations of the inside of the pole barn on September 19th of 2022?
Yes.
Move to admit 47 through 50, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're admitted. Go ahead.
So we'll start with 47. So give us an overview of what we're looking at here, please, Detective.
So I just want to add that this photograph was taken with the two vehicles that are in the background right here.
Yes.
Are the state crime lab, so this is actually the day after. So these
When the
vehicles.
photograph was taken?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
Except for those two vehicles from the crime lab personnel, had the contents of the pole barn changed in any other way?
No.
From one day to the next?
No.
Okay. Do you see Mr. Paul's truck in 47?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Okay. You're going to ask to please preserve 47A, and the two items in the square are the crime lab vehicles, and the item with an X is Mr. Paul's vehicle. Is that correct, Detective Lafleur?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so if you could please clear the screen, Madam Clerk, and then I'll ask you just to kind of orient us what we're looking at.
Okay, so this is facing, so the pole barn has two large overhead garage doors on both the east and the west side, and they also have a service door on each side as well.
Okay.
So facing east right now.
Okay. 48. Please describe.
Yep, so this would be facing north. And then the other service door to the west is on the left side there.
Okay, can you, with an X, mark the overhead door?
Yes.
And then with a circle, the service door?
You can't really see it from, so this is the exit, so it's right below.
Okay, actually, I think the next picture will show us better, but can we please preserve 48A, Your Honor?
Yes.
49? You see that service door a little bit better in this one?
A little bit, it's right about here, at the
Okay.
top of it.
And to the right of the service door, it appears there's some motorcycles there?
Yes.
Can you explain that?
So those are other vehicles that were involved in fatal or serious injury crashes.
Okay. Could they also be stolen vehicles?
We did not, I don't believe we had any stolen vehicles at that point in time.
Okay.
Inside.
Please preserve 49A.
Yes. Okay.
And then 50.
All right, so this is again facing east. So directly behind me, or would, Crime Lab took the photo, but directly behind where this photograph would have been taken is the other service door.
Okay. And so now we're looking back down the length of the building.
Yes.
Okay. And those two Crime Lab vehicles are still there in the middle?
Yes.
And then what else, what's around the side, around the edges of the pole barn?
As far as like.
Vehicles?
Yeah, those are just other vehicles that were stored there.
Okay. And ordinarily, if the Crime Lab hadn't parked their vehicles there, that area's open?
Yes.
So you can move vehicles around if you need to or access them?
Yes.
Okay. And the vehicles are all kind of parked along the outside or the perimeter of the pole barn?
Mostly we try and keep them on the north and the south side.
Okay.
But we were pretty full at this point, so we did have to park at least one vehicle on the far east side by the door.
Okay. All right, moving on. We talked about the fact that the crime lab did a search of the truck, correct?
Yes.
And I'm going to ask to put up for the witness only Exhibit 52. Do you recognize 52?
Yes.
What is it?
It's another property inventory sheet for evidence that was collected during the search warrant.
On the truck?
Yes.
Okay. And what was your role in being there that day?
I just stood by as the crime lab personnel processed it, and then once they took the evidence, they turned it over to me.
Okay. And it was your job to preserve it and maintain it for use in this case?
Yes.
Okay. Permission to publish, move to admit 52, permission to publish. Your
Any
Honor.
objection?
No, sir.
52 is admitted.
So if you could just scroll down a little bit, I want to ask you, there's various items that were recovered from the vehicle, correct? You could stop right there.
Yes.
A lot of tools and instruments that potentially could be used to harm somebody. If
Judge, I object to that line of, that statement.
Sustain the objection. Don't answer. Next question.
Sure. This is a true list of everything you collected from that vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Next page, please. And in addition to the tools and the other objects, there were some clothing items, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I want to focus your attention on 31, keep scrolling please, and then 31 through 39. You see that?
Yes.
There were swabs that you collected from within the vehicle?
Yes.
And swabs are used how to collect evidence from a vehicle?
So the main purpose of using swabs is we're looking for DNA or biological fluids, samples, that kind of thing. So
Did you actually manipulate the swabs to collect the evidence, or did the crime lab do that?
the crime lab did.
And then they turned them over to you?
Yes.
Okay. I also want to ask you, do you remember, well, you could please put up for the witness only 51, the passenger footwell of the vehicle. Do you remember any items being located in the footwell?
Yes.
And do you remember any documents being located in that area?
Yes.
What do you remember?
Underneath the floor mat, there was like a yellow legal type piece of paper that had a handwritten note on it. On top of that note was like a white foamy piece that was on top of that letter.
Okay.
There was also a hammer and some rocks that were in that footwell as well.
Okay. Is 51 up for you?
Yes.
Is it a true and accurate depiction of the appearance of the footwell?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit, permission to publish 51.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, admitted. You can publish it.
So now that the jury can see this, please go through that again, what we're seeing here.
Yep, so you can see this right here is the floor mat, so it's tipped up. And then underneath it was this, the legal note that I was talking about that was handwritten.
Okay.
And then this was the white foam that was on top of it.
Okay.
And then you see the, the hammer and the rocks.
Hammer and some rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could put you put an X on the floor mat, correct?
Well, the mat that's, yeah.
Could you just write the number 1 after the X? And then on the white foam, could you write the number 2 after the X so we can distinguish for the record? X1 is the floor mat, X2 is the foam pad, and the circled item is the note.
Yes.
Okay. Ask to preserve 51A, Your Honor.
Yes.
Did you collect that note as evidence, Detective Lafleur?
Yes.
So you exhibit 55. Please identify 52. 55.
This is the note that was found underneath the front passenger floor mat.
I'm sorry, I think I misspoke. Is it 53? The court evidence sticker in the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, yep, 53.
53, okay.
53, all right.
I apologize. 53 is the note from the passenger floor rack.
Yes.
Move to admit 53, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 53 is admitted.
All right, those are all my questions for Detective Lafleur.
All right, cross-examination.
Judge, she's going to be up there a while. I know you want to break at 12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:18 right now.
She may be up
You're
there
going to have
30
a fair
30
number of
minutes,
questions
yeah.
for her,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, let's take a break now, and let's come back at 1:30, please. Okay, folks? And we'll see how far we can get after that. All right, please, follow the directions. I don't know. I think he wants to take your notebooks back, right? Okay, very good.
Bring your notebooks with you, please.
You collected the scalpel and the vape that were located at the scene, is that right?
I did.
And did you notice any fingerprints, blood, or other forensic evidence on the vape that was located?
I didn't process that for evidence at all. It was just collected.
You visually inspected those items, correct?
I took photographs of them.
Okay. You didn't collect them, you didn't inventory them?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And in your inventory and photographing, did you notice anything that might be forensic evidence like blood or fingerprints at all?
Not obvious, no.
Okay. You also took photos of where the body was actually found, is that right?
Yes.
And I think you made note in your report that you noticed that there were several trails throughout the grassy field as well as through the woods, correct?
Just through the grass.
Okay. When you were at the scene of the where Ms. Pavlon's was found, there was kind of a cleared area, is that right?
Yes.
And there was a fire pit in the area, is that right? Do you recall?
I don't recall a fire
Okay,
pit.
that's fine. You also were present at the search warrant that was executed at Mr. Pahl's apartment on September 17th.
Yes.
And part of your duties were you kind of took initial control of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck?
Correct.
And you chose not to inventory the contents of the interior of that vehicle at that time, right?
That's correct.
And that was in part because there was talk about doing some kind of cadaver dog search on that vehicle?
Yes.
And it was important for you that you didn't want to contaminate the vehicle at that time?
Correct.
Okay. And because contamination could have impacted the cadaver dog search?
Yes.
Okay. You also then you didn't transport the pickup truck from that scene, correct?
Correct.
In fact, but you did direct that it be taken to the Department of Public Works garage?
The fleet storage garage, yes.
And that's a secured pole barn on the DPW grounds, correct?
Yes.
And that's only the Sheriff's Department has access to that fenced-in area and the pole barn, correct?
Certain people have access to that.
Okay.
Not the entire Sheriff's Department.
Understood. And you directed that vehicle be placed inside that garage on the day of the search warrant, on the 17th?
Yes.
And you also testified that inside that pole barn were also numerous vehicles that were involved in fatal traffic accidents, right?
Yes.
Again, back to the search warrant, you took photos of items that were in Mr. Pahl's apartment, correct?
Myself and another detective did.
Okay. One of the items you photographed, I think we saw in exhibits, was some type of black nylon bag. Is that right?
Yes.
And that was the one that the scalpels were in.
Yes.
Did you
there were also various hygiene products, including like toothpaste and other items inside that bag, correct?
I don't recall specifically. I'd have to look at the photos again. I don't remember exactly what was in it.
Okay. But in addition to scalpels, it included a whole bunch of other stuff, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And were you able to confirm whether that bag belonged to Ms. Pavlon's?
No, I didn't have any confirmation with that.
Okay. You were also present for the actual cadaver dog search on September 19th, is that right?
Yes.
And when you got there, Mr. Pahl's truck was still in the pole barn?
Yes.
And so it was in with all the other vehicles, correct?
Correct.
And you were instructed, I think by the canine handler, to what's called burp Mr. Pahl's truck?
Yes.
Okay, and so you had to open and close all the doors on that vehicle?
Yes.
So you opened the driver's door, correct?
Correct.
And then you walked around to the passenger, opened and closed that?
Yes.
And you also opened and closed the back hatch for the pickup bed area, correct?
That's correct.
But you weren't told to burp any other vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And again, there were numerous other vehicles you said that had been involved in fatal accidents, including where drivers passed away in their actual seats, right?
Yes.
And you did not see the cadaver dog hit on any of those other vehicles, correct?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Overruled.
Did
You can answer the question.
You didn't see the cadaver dog formally hit or indicate on any of those other vehicles, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Were you aware that a trail cam was put up by detectives on September 9th?
I remember that conversation being had.
Did you ever observe the trail cam video?
No.
Okay. In the course of your response to the scene, you had a chance to see the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin building, correct?
Yes.
And so you were basically from the scene, you were looking at the east side, the side of the building that faces east?
Yes.
Okay. And did you note that there are windows the entire length of that building?
I don't recall.
Did you happen to go in the building at all?
I did not.
Do you recall how long were you at the scene where Mrs. Pavlon was found?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Do you recall whether the parking lot was empty or very busy?
I can't say that as well.
Okay. Do you recall seeing beer cans in the area where Miss Pavlon's body was found?
It was in the wooded area. It wasn't like close to where her body was, but yes.
Okay, but her body was found in kind of a clearing within the woods, correct?
Yes.
And those beer cans were kind of at the edges of that clearing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What exhibit is this? I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit 423 through 427. If we could show those to the witness.
Can I see it?
Emergency.
Oh, no.
There is an active threat on campus. Take shelter, close your doors, or follow the direction of staff and await further.
Word, folks. So you see that some of the exhibits, we started at 1 and now we're at 400. What we do usually for trials is we'll have one side or the other have assigned numbers, and the defense started at 400, correct, Mr. Wolf? That's where you started. So it doesn't mean we're going to see 400 and whatever exhibits. It just means we use that convenience for marking them, and those are the numbers assigned to them. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Detective, I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit 423. is that a photo that you took of the scene near the body of Ms. Pavlans?
Yes.
Okay, and there's actually an evidence marker, marker number 4, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what's in that photograph?
Several discarded beer cans.
Okay, and does that help refresh your recollection of the scene that was around in that clearing around Ms. Pavlan's body?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 424. And is that a picture that you took of the scene on that date?
Yes.
And again, that shows, what does that show?
That's from the another angle of those same discarded beer cans.
Okay. And then I'm showing you exhibit number 425. And what is that a picture that you took on September 9th of 2022?
Yes.
And again, what does that show?
It's the same location where the discarded beer cans were, just a different angle.
Okay. And then there were a little further away from the body, you also located and photographed some other alcohol cans, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 426. That's a picture of some kind of lemonade, alcoholic lemonade that you took a picture of on that date?
Yes.
Okay, and then Exhibit 427, similar, a steel reserve beverage that you took that was also found in that area on that particular date, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, I'm going to show you Exhibit 403. Do you believe that picture accurately depicts how the parking lot at OAW was when you were investigating the scene where Ms. Pavlans was found?
I mean, I don't recall that parking lot looking like that, but.
Okay, and you are the person who took custody of, or at least temporary custody of Mr. Pavlan's pickup truck on September 9th of 2020, or I'm sorry, on September 17th, 2022, correct?
Yes.
And does that vehicle that's all alone in the center of that picture, does that look similar to Mr. Pahl's vehicle?
I mean, it's difficult to say it's a pickup truck with a cap on the back.
Do you recall whether Mr. Pahl's pickup truck had a sticker midway on the driver's side of the back cab of the vehicle?
No, I don't recall that.
Okay. Okay, nothing further for this witness.
All right, redirect.
Nothing further, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. You're excused, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next witness.
Thank you. The state will call Specialist Clappa.
Thank you.
All right, sir, come up to the witness stand to my right, remain standing and raise your right hand to be sworn in, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, have a seat, sir. Tell us your name, please.
My name is David Clatta, Platta.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
How are you employed, sir?
I work as a specialist for the City of Waukesha Police Department.
So you're a sworn law enforcement officer?
Yes.
What does the title specialist mean?
It means I've had extra training. My primary focus is on like crime scene, evidence handling, and that's my basic. I don't do random patrol experiences anymore. Mine is more focused on the criminal investigative side, mostly focusing on evidence and crime scene recreation.
And how long have you specialized in that area?
I'm in my 11th year,
Okay. How long have you been a police officer?
in my 22nd year.
On the date of September 9, 2022, were you asked to respond to a location on Gulf Road in the town of Delafield to assist the sheriff's office.
Yes.
That's not in the city of Waukesha?
No, it is not.
Okay, and would it be common for the sheriff's office to call you and ask for assistance on occasion with cases?
Yes, we have some specialized training equipment that other agencies don't use, so they like to have us come out to assist them with documentation of scenes.
What was your understanding of what they were investigating?
At the time, what I was informed that there was a body of a deceased female in a wooded area that they were treating as a suspicious death and wished us to come out to assist in documenting the scene.
And how were you to assist?
They requested that myself and my partner come out and do what we have is a laser scanner to laser scan the crime scene and the area around the body to document measurements and to be able to recreate the scene, along with taking some photos with a 360-degree camera to be able to catch a full view of the crime scene.
And that's equipment that the sheriff's office does not have at its disposal?
At that time, yes, they did not have that equipment.
Okay. So you went out there?
Yes.
And did your partner specialist Schmidt go with you?
Yes.
Okay. And when you arrived, do you know about what time it was?
Approximately 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Was the body still in position where it had been found?
Yes.
Is it important for the crime scene to be maintained until you can thoroughly scan the entire area?
As much as possible, yes.
Okay, so other detectives, Detective Lafleur or others, hadn't collected anything or removed anything yet?
No.
Okay. The laser scanner is physical equipment, right? You have to set it up?
Yes.
Okay, and did you do that?
Yes.
And were you able to obtain a scan of the wooded area where the body was located?
Yes, we completed seven different scans from various areas to be able to capture as much information as we could.
And in addition to the body, were you able to determine any items of potential evidentiary value?
Yes, the Sheriff's Department did have several items marked at the time of our laser scanning. It was item flags 1 and 2, which was a vape and a scalpel kind of near the woods, but in a grassy area. And then there was another section where there were multiple beer cans a little further in the woods, which was marked as item 4.
Okay. And all of those items were detected on the scan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did there come a time as we prepared for trial that I asked you to, if it's possible, to recreate the scene so that when we take the jury out there this afternoon, they can attempt to observe the items in the general area where they were at the time you first investigated?
Yes.
Is that possible for you to do?
Yes.
How did you do it?
We brought up the scans, using them as they take very specific and accurate measurements. We were able to take a fixed point in the scan, measure to where items were located, items flagged 1, 2, and 4. We were able to use a triangulation method from where items that are currently still on scene, a tree and a barrel, in order to pinpoint where those items were, and then we marked them with evidence flags for the viewing.
You mentioned a barrel. This jury has seen some photographs already of the body in the woods and an object that I would describe as in my opinion, like a 55-gallon drum or that type of burning barrel, you may call it. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Yes.
Is that burning barrel still out there today?
Yes.
Okay. So you are able to assist this court in placing items out there today so when the jury goes out there, they can know the approximate location of the body and evidence items 1, 2, and 4. Is that correct?
Yes, my partner, Specialist Schmidt, and I went out there. We found those locations, and he went out there to put the evidence flags on in those locations. Obviously, the specific items of evidence we did not put back out in the field, just the flags marking where they were.
Okay, and he just did that this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to determine an approximate distance between the body and items 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to put up for the witness only exhibit 54, please.
Go ahead.
Is it on your screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you recognize Exhibit 54?
Yes.
Please tell us what it is.
Exhibit 54 is a screenshot I took from our Faro software. I utilized the program in order to mark from point the flags to where the victim was in order to determine an accurate measurement of how far the items were from where the victim was.
You mentioned the Faro software. Can you spell that for the court reporter, please?
The abbreviation it's capital F-A-R-O.
And that's just the brand name of the software?
Yes.
Okay. And you were able to determine then the distance between the body and the items 1 and 2?
Yes.
Do you believe Exhibit 54 is a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Move to admit 54, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 54 is admitted, you may publish it.
Okay, it's a little faded out here on the screen, but if you could just point out for us what we're looking at here, please.
All right, if you can look on the bottom left kind of corner of the screen where the number 1 is, that is where item number 1 flag was, that was the vape. From that point to the location on the body that I selected is approximately 14.26 feet to that one. Then the next one where the thumbtack is, that's from item flag number 2, which was the scalpel, to a slightly different location on the body, which was 12.894 feet.
Okay. And when I asked you to mark the items in the field today for the jury view, did you use the same numbering system, 1 and 2 for the vape and the scalpel, and then 4 for the beer cans?
Yes.
Okay. Just 1 second, please. And how was the body marked out at the scene for the jury?
I believe my partner marked the body with a cone.
Thank you. Those are all my questions.
All right, Mr. Galaviz, Mr. Wolf?
Just a few questions. Officer, the way the scene is depicted today is not even close to the way it was depicted on September 9, 2022. Would you agree?
It's similar, but there are natural differences from broken tree branches and tree limbs that have come down.
Correct. This occurred September 9, 2022 when you responded, true?
Yes.
And today is October 27, 2025, true?
Yes.
So as far as summer versus fall, the area is different, true?
Somewhat, yes.
The vegetation has grown today like it was not in September of 2022, correct?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Judge.
All right, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Detective or Specialist Plata.
May he be excused, please?
Pardon?
May he be
He may be
excused?
excused, of course, yes. Okay.
And this would be appropriate time to break for the jury view then, Your Honor.
Okay, folks, here's what's going to happen. It's only 2 o'clock now, so who's going to be a witness after this?
Yeah.
You know?
We're expecting Mrs. Pavlon, Stephanie's mother.
Okay. I think we should come back then, and then we'll determine, we should probably get some more testimony. So, folks, here's what's going to happen. You can imagine, to get everybody situated and so on, it's going to take quite a bit. I did ask you and reminded you that when I talked to you last Friday that we would be doing this jury view, and that part of the jury view would be being outdoors, and I asked you to dress appropriately. And I'm going to read to you an instruction, and this instruction is agreed upon by all parties, correct, Mr. Wolf? You will now be taken to the area of N15W28300 Gulf Road in the town of Delafield by the jury bailiff. During your trip to and from this location, you are not to discuss this case with anyone. You may talk about other matters not related to the case if you choose, just like you would in the jury room while on break. While at this location, you are not to talk at all, and no one is to talk to you about the case except me, the judge. You may write notes if you choose to do so. Upon arrival, you will disembark from the van and be led by the jury bailiff on foot into the tree line where the deceased body was located. The location where the body was found will be marked in advance with a cone. There will also be other evidence markers in the area. You are free to walk in the area as you will, but remain in the vicinity of the other jurors. Once you've completed your view of the area, return to the van. You will have 15 minutes to complete your view. While the jury view is occurring, drones will be deployed to make a record of the event. You are not to conduct any independent investigation of this location now or at any time during the trial. Going to this location is to enable you to better understand the evidence which is introduced in the courtroom and to assist you in weighing and applying that evidence. What you see there is not evidence in the case and should not be considered as evidence. So logistically, what's going to happen is you're going to go back to the jury room, and after a bit, I'll let our bailiffs, one of the sheriff's deputies will let them know, will have you brought out to the scene. If you remember seeing the photographs and the video and so on, we're going to park, there's going to be 2 vans. They're going to be parked in the, on the driveway. And then our bailiffs will accompany you, and they're going to be directed to where the cones and the markers are by one of our sheriff's deputies, our lieutenant, who's going to be wearing a high visibility vest. Do not talk about the scene while you're there. You can say, hey, let's walk over here. The bailiffs will assist you in getting there, but will not discuss anything about the scene. Please don't ask any law enforcement officer anything. They're just there to monitor what's happening. It's really going to be an event where you go, you look, you go back to the van. We're going to have a 15-minute time frame to be there, but you don't have to, if you are satisfied with what you've seen in 3 minutes, you can go back to the van, stay in the area so we don't lose track of anybody this afternoon, please, and we'll then come back and then we'll resume testimony. Anything else before I excuse the jurors from the state?
No.
Defense?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Then we'll let you know you're excused to the jury room, and then we'll let you know when it's time.
All right, they should take their notebooks with them?
Yes, if they wish to do so, yes. They're not required to, but if they wish to do so. Anything before we get the ball rolling from the state?
No.
Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so the defense team and Mr. Pahl will be taken there as soon as possible. The state's welcome to go there at any time. The parties will be directed where to stand when the jurors come, and we'll have the jurors brought out after Mr. Pahl and his team have had the opportunity to look at the area. Okay, let's go.